Hello everyone, and welcome to my warrior weapon skills analysis video. Big words. I will be going over all of the weapon skills as well as shortly showing all of the animations. So let's jump right into it. First of all, the swords. Warrior can use the main hand as well as an offhand sword. The first skill is called Sever Artery, which is a chain skill. Basically, chain skills are three different skills followed up each other that you have to use in a row to get the last two. The first hit is a hit that deals bleeding. The second one is also just a hit that deals bleeding, and the last one is a hit that deals. It's called Final Thrust, and it deals. It's a more powerful hit, but it does not apply bleeding. The next one is Savage Leap, which is an 8-second recharge leap skill that has decent range and that at the end hits your foe. It's very good. Like, all leaps in this game can be used with or without a target, which means that you can use it for chasing as well as escaping. Like, leaps are awesome. They really are. The next skill is called Hamstring, which is a 15-second recharge skill that cripples your foe with a precise slash. And the cripple lasts 7 seconds, which means you have almost 50% uptime unless they remove it. It also deals basic damage. Great skill to keep your foe near you, as well as crippling them and then running away. Or cripple them, leap away. Like, there's great combinations there. The offhand is Impale. Now, Impale, this skill has a very nice concept. So you throw your sword at your foe, and that throw has a 900 range, which is pretty decent. It's not as much as ranged weapons, but it's ranged weapons are 1200, and this one's 900. So you throw your sword at your foe, and you apply multiple stacks of bleeding over time. I believe it can keep up 4 stacks for as long as your sword's in your foe. It has a 20-second recharge. Now, while the skill is in your foe, this skill, the skill gets replaced with a skill called Rip. And what that is when you're in, it has a melee range, and you basically pull the sword back out of your foe and deal quite a lot of damage alongside it. Like, so you throw it at that range, then you run up to it and you pull it out again. Like, that, how awesome is that? I'll show you in a minute. And it deals great damage. The last one is Riposte, which is a 15-second recharge skill that causes you to... Wow, that's a loud animation. Sorry about that. Riposte, so block the next incoming attack. Riposte and bleed your foe if you block a melee attack. You gain adrenaline if you are not attacked. So basically, you enter a blocking stance, and when they hit you, you strike back and you bleed them. If nobody hits you, you gain adrenaline. And it applies 4 stacks of bleeding, which is a lot. Okay, so let me just show you all of the animations. So here's the chain skill. You hit once, it gets replaced with Gash. You hit twice, it gets replaced with Final Thrust, and then you do a more powerful strike. The next is Leap. Let me just get some distance. Let me just check. This is the max distance. So you jump and you hit. Apparently I was just out of range for the hit, but that's a large distance. Next, Hamstring. Quick slash, and you can use that one while moving, by the way. Like, the leap stops your moving, like, for the animation, but that one you can use while moving. Then next, you have your Impale. Let's just see the distance. Wow. See, that's how far you can throw it. Sorry about that camera. So, you throw it, it gets stuck, and it applies bleeding, applies another stack of bleeding, applies another stack of bleeding, and I just pulled it out again. So it can apply, so it stays in for 12 seconds, and over that time it applies 1 stack of bleeding every 3 seconds, I guess. Rip, I'll show you that. I'll just let a new one spawn while I talk about riposte quickly. Riposte, so you hold it, you start blocking. So if you get attacked, you strike back with a bleed. If you're not, you gain adrenaline. So back to rip. So you put in the sword and it gets replaced with rip. Rip your sword from your foe for extra damage. So, and it deals 1000 base damage. The auto attack is 300, so you rip it out. Great damage, although it was already out. Now the burst skill, flurry. Immobilize your foe with a flurry of strikes. Deals quite a lot of damage, and it applies a immobilize with more duration, the more adrenaline you have. So level 1 it's 2 seconds, level 2 is 3 seconds, level 3 is 4 seconds. So, and here's the animation. So it's basically a channeling strike that hits everyone in front of you and immobilizes them. So that's swords. I'm going to quickly go over to the other ones. So great set, mobile, bleeding, damage, yeah. Okay, hammer swing is the first one hit is just a normal hit, the second one is also just a normal hit, and the last one is a bash that deals AoE damage. Like you bash the ground and you shock everyone around you with a bit more damage. Second skill, fierce blow, 12-second recharge, weaken your foe with a fierce blow. It's a single target hit that deals decent damage as well as applies weakness for 8 seconds, so you can keep up weakness for a long time with this skill, which is great. Like, it can keep you alive. Like, it helps you stay alive quite good. Next, hammer shock, also a 12-second recharge. Smash the ground and send over the crippling wave. It's AoE, it cripples for 7 seconds, which is also a lot of uptime, and it's a cone-shaped AoE. I'll show you in a minute. Staggering blow is push back nearby enemy foes with a staggering blow. 20-second recharge. Basically what it does is you spin around on the spot, knocking everyone away from you and dealing damage. It's a great skill, yeah, you just walk into a bunch of players and you just knock them all away. It's very fun to see them all fly. Next, backbreaker is a single target knockdown. So it's a rather slow animation, and then you knock them down for 2 seconds, and it deals quite a lot of damage on a 30-second recharge. So the animations, bash, becomes another bash, becomes a AoE nuke, basically, like deals more damage. Next, fierce blow, pretty slow. You can use that one while moving. Hammer shock, you cannot use that one while moving, and what it does is it sends out this huge cone-like AoE that cripples. See, cripple's still on him. Then staggering blow, I love this one. You just knock them away, like everyone around you. And last, this one. Yeah, I killed him now, but he would be knocked down for 2 seconds. You can use everything while moving except staggering and hammer shock. Now the adrenaline skill, Earthshaker, jump to the target location and slam your hammer down, damaging and stunning foes. Very simple. Stun duration gets increased per level, 1, 1.5, 2 seconds respectively, and it's an AoE. So you jump, boom, like AoE stun. Okay, that's how it works. I have to quickly kill this. I have to get out of combat to switch my weapons again. Okay, next, longbow. Auto attack is a dual hit. Basic works, it's pretty good. Fan of fire. This is like a shotgun. Like you shoot 3 arrows in a cone in front of you, and if you're closer, it hits multiple times. Like, and if it's far away, you might only hit one, and it applies burning. Arcing shot, or arcing arrow rather, shoots a slow arcing arrow that explodes on impact. I find it a bit too slow for just AoE damage, but it works. Like, it's repeatable and deals decent damage. Smoldering arrow shoots an arrow that explodes on impact, blinding foes. This one is just a single target. Single target arrow that when it hits, it AoE blinds. And blind is pretty good. Like, if you blind an entire team at once, it can counter spike, for example. Last one, pin down. Fire an arrow that immobilizes the target foe, which is Well, it helps set up your slow moving arrow or your shotgun fan of fire better, as well as it can be used to just snare someone and kite, or yeah, kiting basically. Okay, let me just quickly grab the bow. It's the next weapon. There, that's ready for the next. Okay, so dual shot, 2 arrows, fan of fire. So 3 short ones, each one implies burn. Now the slow moving AoE, so that's the visual AoE. Then the blinding arrow, so that's also an AoE blind. Last but not least, just the shot that immobilizes. Okay, and that was actually not last, the burst skill. Combustive shot, ignite the target area, burning foes, and the effect increases with adrenaline. So it does not exactly show what it does, but I think it applies more burn based on the adrenaline. So what you do is you get an AoE field that burns, everyone inside it gets burned constantly. As well, if you shoot projectiles through it, they catch on fire. I think everyone knows the example of the firewall. Okay. Next, you have axes. Shop, double shop, triple shop. It's basically the combo. So it attacks 6 times in the complete chain, and all deal same damage. And it's a great build up. You have a lot of spiky hits. You have a lot of crits. A lot. Okay, next, Cycle Axe. You cannot use this one while moving. It's a 6-second recharge, spin around and attack only by foes. Applies vulnerability. 4 stacks, it's on minus 120 defense, and it deals decent damage. Throw axe. Throw an axe that cripples enemies. Great for kiting, great for catching up to your foe. Basically, this thing allows you to stay and get in melee range. Offhand, dual strike, I really like this one. You instantly hit with 2 axes, and for everyone that if both of the hits are successful, you gain 2 stacks of fury. So for every hit, you gain fury. That was difficult, wow. So for every hit, you gain fury, and they last 2 seconds. So if both of them hit, you get 4 seconds of fury, and fury is 20% additional crit chance. So this skill is great. It does not only does it do a lot of damage, it also allows for a good setup. So you apply fury for your next attack to deal more crit. So for example, this one or your burst skill. Then last is the whirling axe, which is 20 seconds, spin and attack nearby foes. You can move while spinning. It deals quite a lot of damage, and you can just use it to follow your foe, and it's AoE, so it's a really good skill because it deals such a lot of consistent damage, and it's hard to avoid because you can still move. Really good skill. Okay, so shop, double shop, triple shop. Simple. Okay, whirling. So you can't use that one while moving, so you whirl and you hit all of them, apply 4 seconds of vulnerability. You throw an axe. You throw it and it applies cripple. Waiting for my dummy to respawn. Okay, there it is. Dual strike, you hit instantly with both and you apply fury to yourself for every hit. Next, then whirling axe, which is this. Amazing, right? Like, you can use that while moving. It's a ton of hits, benefits great from that fury. And last but not least, eviscerate. Leap at your target with a devastating attack, which is basically the more adrenaline, the more damage it does. And here it is. Now that wasn't a crit. If that's a crit, that thing would be dead. So, just a very damage heavy set that really works. Okay, next up rather, is Greatsword. As well as maces. This video is turning out a bit longer than I wanted to be, so I'm going to hurry up a little. So greatsword, basically chain attack, you swing once and apply vulnerability, you swing twice, your second hit is the same thing, and the last hit is a stronger hit. So that's it. Yeah, 100 blades. This one's quite good. It's you stand still while channeling it, but it deals a ton of damage. Like I think it's one of the highest hitting skills in the game. But the thing is, yeah, you're stuck channeling it in place, and it has quite a long channel, so people can walk out of it if they're not disabled. Whirling attack is you whirl in the target's direction, slashing foes along your way. It's a charge that deals damage along the way, basically. Not that long distance, but it's very good. Like, it's good for chasing and getting away. Blade Trail, 20-second recharge. Throw your greatsword at your foe, it travels to your target and returns to you, crippling foes along its path. So what it does is you cripple for 4 seconds. It's basically a boomerang, so you hit them twice, you hit foes towards and backwards, and they cripple, so it's pretty good. Next, Rush is charge your foe. This thing has a long distance. When you arrive, you deal a little bit of damage, which is not that bad. But the thing is, it follows your foe, so if your foe is moving, this thing just charges after it and homes in. And you can use it without a target, just charge straight. So, animations, hit, vulnerability, and hit with your final brutal smash. So it's stronger hit. 100 blades, like on a sitting duck. And that last hit, that swing deals more damage. The final strike damage deals more. So yes, foes can run away if you don't disable them, but it's great damage. Whirling attack. So it hit him 3 times, I believe. So it's pretty good. Blade Trail. Boomerang. Huh, that's strange that it didn't hit twice. Oh well. And last is the charge, and then you hit. It has a really long range and you can use it without a target. And first skill, arcing slice. Let me just get away from that sound. Strike your foe with an uppercut that grants might. Might 15 seconds for... Huh, that's strange. It doesn't show the level anymore. So this is the animation. Just a normal hit. Oh, there it is. So it deals decent damage as well as apply might based on adrenaline. So 2, 4, or 6 might respectively. And this guy insists on torching. So I can use my charge to get away. Did you see that distance? Okay. Next skill, or next weapon rather, maces. So maces is you hit twice. Like first hit is normal, second is normal, and the last hit applies weakness. Counter blow, block the next attack, counter with an attack while you're melee range. Gain adrenaline if not attacked. That concept was seen before. Pummel bash, laser forward a brutal pummel bash. Quick animation, 1 second daze, so it's basically best used as an interrupt. Last crushing blow. Crush your opponent's armor, leaving them vulnerable. This is a single target, pretty quick hit that you can use while moving, of course, and 4 seconds vulnerability. So great setup for that big hit. Then Tremor. This one is amazing. You send a wave towards your foe that knocks down enemies in a line. Knock down 2 seconds. It's quite amazing. And then the burst skill, stun your foe with a skull crack. Effect increases adrenaline. So basic hit, quick animation, and it stuns for 1 second, 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds respectively. So let me just give you the animation. So this is repose or counter blow, the chain skill, and the last one is stronger hit with weakness, pummel, quick daze, crushing blow, single target, vulnerability. All of these skills can be used when moving except for the counter. Actually, I'm not that sure. No, every single one can be used while moving. And this one's amazing. Like, let me just position myself correctly. Look where it flies. So it knocked everyone down in that line. It's a very good skill. And then you have Skull Crack, which is a pretty quick animation for the stun. Okay, let me just kill this so I can get out of combat. Then you have Rifle. Auto attack is a normal shot that applies bleeding, pretty good. Aim shot is your cripple on this weapon. You can apply a 5-second cripple, 10-second recharge. Volley is you fire 5 shots quickly in a row. Very good skill, like great damage skill. Brutal shot is you apply 5 stacks of vulnerability with 1 shot, so you can use that one to set up stronger volley. And then rifle butt. This one's amazing. You knock them with the back of your rifle and you knock them away. Pretty large distance. So this one is like when those melees finally get to you, you just knock them away again. That's how good it is. Animations. I am still in combat, so I'll just skip through the... Oh yeah, the burst skill is called Kill Shot, which is essentially the ranged version of the Eviscerate. Yeah, okay, so Kill Shot, you have more damage based on adrenaline level, that's basically it. So, but here's the catch. A 3-second cast time, so that's what makes it balanced in my eyes. Here's the animation of the normal shot. You apply bleeding, range shot, applies cripple, then you have this. So 5 quick shots, very awesome skill. Brutal shot is just it's just a shot. And then you have rifle butt, which does this. Pretty good. Very good weapon, good synergy. Okay, last you have the 2 offhand onlys, which is the, let me just scroll, Warhorn, grants swiftness, charge, grants swiftness to yourself and allies while moving, chill, and cripple. So buff movement speed and remove all snares. Great skill. Call to arms, vigor to yourself and allies while weakening nearby foes. Your vigor, endurance, regeneration increase. Weakness reduces the opponent's endurance regen, as well as applying fumble, which is you make your attacks deal less damage half of the time. Great offhand. Then you have shield bash. I'm not showing animations because it's just 1 second of blowing your horn. That's it. Shield bash your foe with your shield and stun them. So you there's actually a leap in this, like a short leap, and then you slide towards your foe and you hit them with your shield to stun them. And last is shield stance, which is blocking incoming attacks for 3 seconds. Now that's not directional based. You block everything no matter where it's coming from. I'll just quickly show you those animations. So shield bash, and then you have your shield stance. So doesn't matter if it was coming from him back or not, I would block it anyway. And that's basically all of the weapons. You still have, oh yeah, quickly the underwater weapons. There's no underwater PvP, but so I can't show you the animations here. Stab, just a normal hit. Then mariners attack foes in front of you with a series of attacks, same as volley, I guess. Then melee. Harpoon pull your foe to you. Simple, yet effective. Parry. You counter attack with a powerful strike. The same concept as you've seen before. And then tsunami slash spit forward and strike your foes along the way, which is 12 strikes as well as a leap, I guess. Looks good. You can keep them in melee range, so you can deal a lot of little hits. Mariner shot, shoot your foe from long range. The farther you shot, the more damage it does. Nice. Very nice. I love that concept. Brutal shot, make your foe vulnerable with a shot to their vitals. 3 second recharge. This is a spammable vulnerability basically. Split shots. It's basically the shotgun concept where you spread shot a lot of shots. In melee range it hits them all, and in long range it might only hit one. Not shot. Fire a shot and immobilizes your foe. Fits any ranged weapon really. And repeating shot. Fire multiple shots that push back your foe. I think that's 4 shots because that's 4 times damage. And push back. Wow. This set is hard to catch. Immobilize, push back. Yeah, so that's all of the weapons. I hope I didn't drag it on too long for you guys. I wanted to show all the animations and give a little bit more commentary than all the other videos out there. So I hope you enjoyed watching. I will be going over to the slot skills and trades next. Thank you all for watching, and see you next time.